8. The remaining needs can be addressed in rounds
Why
2
was
and
my
3,
man
and the
running in
Saints
draws,
go at
bro?
number 8.
Why my nigga running in draws, bro? Y'all couldn't get this man a pair of shorts, bro? Y'all just told him to take his pants off and run? Yo, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. We got another vid. Today we got a fantastic field. The New Orleans Saints just sent a warning to the entire NFL. I'm telling y'all, bro. Like, y'all, all y'all casual NFL fans talking shit on the Saints, saying we're the worst team, saying we ass and all that, bro. Watch out for next season, bro. I'm telling you. We're winning 11 plus games next year, but I've been saying that all offseason. I'm going to keep saying it for the rest of the offseason until it finally happens. And then once it happens, bro, I keep receipts. So, like, I'm going to make sure I talk my shit next year, bro, once we're good. But make sure y'all check out Fantastic Field. I'm going to leave him down below. Check me out, YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff. But other than that, let's go.
The New Orleans Saints just spent over $170 million in free agency, and nobody in the NFC South is ready for what is coming.
You're not, bro.
Kellen
And
Moore
all y'all
walked into
casual
year
saying we had no cap space and money and stuff like it's still 2020 and stuff like that, bro. Yeah, nah, get up out of here, bro. We had cap space this offseason. We finally made some smart decisions in free agency, bro. Y'all not ready, bro. Trust.
2 with a mission,
Y'all not ready.
and he did not waste a single dollar. Travis Etienne is now a Saint on a 4-year, $52 million contract, bringing an explosive 3 down.
Literally, the only thing
back into a run game.
our offense was missing this year was a running back and another receiver. And we got a running back, so we're going to get another receiver in the draft, probably in the second round. And in the first round, we're probably going to get Mansour Delane out of LSU. But we're going to be
David Edwards locked down the left guard spot on a 4-year, $61 million deal, finally giving this offensive line real stability on the interior. Caden Ellis
I don't know about,
I
miss football so much, bro.
$33 million contract.
I miss football so much, bro. I can't wait for the NFL to come back.
Fill the void left by Demario Davis. Noah Fant adds a second dangerous tight end next to Juwan Johnson. Even the punter position got addressed with Ryan Wright. The scouting department won the best draft award for the 2025 class. And the craziest part is, this team still is not done building. Tyler Shough enters his second year.
Tyler the GOAT Shough, bro. I'm telling, bro, all y'all casuals saying Tyler Shough is ass and he's only had a couple good games and stuff like that. Y'all not ready to see him next season, bro. He's better have some Drake May type of progression and win MVP though this time.
Starting quarterback with real momentum behind him. 9 starts, a gunslinger mentality, and a coaching staff that believes in him completely. Brandon Staley earned a straight A from his own players in the NFLPA report card, which tells you everything about the culture shift happening on defense. This is a franchise that went 6-11 last season, but somehow feels closer to contention than teams that won 9 or 10 games.
I'm saying, bro.
See,
this dude knows what he's talking about, bro. All y'all casuals in the comments and stuff like that don't know what I'm talking about.
He is reloading, and the 2026 NFL Draft is the final piece of the puzzle that could push this roster over the edge. But here's what nobody is talking about. 3 holes still exist on this roster that could make or break the entire 2026 season. The pass rush opposite Chase Young needs a serious upgrade. A critical defensive back role lost its start at free agency and has no clear replacement. Critical defensive back role lost its start at a free agency and has no clear replacement. And Chris Olave still does not have a true number 2 weapon running alongside him. The Saints hold the 8th overall pick with 8 total selections, and the board is absolutely stacked with talent at every single position they need.
Banks, bro. He's going to be one of the best tacklers in the league, bro. He already is one of the best tacklers in the league.
Entire era in New Orleans. And the first domino that needs to fall starts with the offense, because what Tyler Shough is about to get might completely change this team. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Saints.
Please check
all
this dude
the
out,
NFL
bro.
content.
Y'all please check this dude out, bro. I saw his channel. He has like a lot of NFL vids. So like, even if you're not interested in just the Saints, bro, he has other types of content. I saw the Bears. I saw the Patriots, Green Bay.
The Saints' offense on paper looks scary good
them out, go for it,
heading into 2026. But there is one gap that could keep this unit from reaching its ceiling. Tyler Shough has Travis Etienne in the backfield, David Edwards protecting his blind side, Eric McCoy, anchoring the center,
Is that the lane?
and 2 tight ends in Juwan Johnson and Noah Fant, who can stretch the middle of the field. The run game alone should look completely different this season. But when you look at the wide receiver room, something is clearly missing. Rashid Shaheed was traded to Seattle, and that speed element
Bro, when
vanished.
Shaheed got traded, bro, I fell to my knees and damn near started crying, bro. I was so sad, bro. Like, I was chilling right back here. I look at my phone, and I'm like, no! One of my roommates came to my door, and I was like, bro, Shaheed got traded. I started damn near crying, bro. But, bro, what pissed me off with Shaheed getting traded, bro, is all the casual fans being like, yeah, bro, Shaheed, once he got to Seattle, bro, this is the best he's ever been. He's never been this good, bro. Like, if you guys actually watch football and watch the game, bro, you would know Shaheed has always been like this. And if you know, bro, Shaheed was honestly better in New Orleans too, because he was actually getting utilized on offense and not just in special teams, bro.
Overnight, the offense lost a vertical threat it never truly replaced.
Shaheed got to come back.
Chris is a legitimate number 1 receiver who can win at every level of the field. But right now, the number 2 spot is a question mark that keeps getting louder. Juwan Johnson fills a role as a big-bodied pass catcher, and Noah Fant gives you versatility in 2 tight end sets.
Pissing me off sometimes,
but this
bro.
offense,
like Juwan Johnson, bro, he'll make one of the craziest catches you'll ever see, and then the very next play he'll drop a 5-yard wide open in route, bro. Or he'll make a crazy ass catch, break 3 tackles, run down the sideline, and then fumble the ball. Like, he's one of those players that I don't know how to describe it, but he's one of those players that will do one good thing, and then he'll follow it up with doing the 2 dumbest things you've ever seen on a football field.
Receiver who can take the top off defenses and make defensive coordinators lose sleep at night. There's a wide receiver in this draft class who already has a direct connection to Tyler Shuck from their college days together. You can manufacture. It already exists, and the Saints know it. The wide receiver conversation is going to be one of the most important storylines of this entire draft. But before New Orleans can fix the offense, they have a defensive crisis that demands immediate attention. Brandon Staley's defense made real progress last season, but one position is now wide open, and filling it is harder than most fans realize. Alontae Taylor signed a massive 4-year deal with the Tennessee Titans, and the star role he played in this defense walked out the door.
Alontae Taylor is good and all, bro, but 4 years, $60 million, and nah, you could leave for that, bro. Like, Alontae's good in the slot, but every single time we put Alontae on the outside, bro, they were just targeting him every single time, and they were just eating him, bro. That man was getting beat every single time on the outside, bro. Like, he's a great slot corner, one of the better slot corners in the league. But on that outside, bro, he's genuinely one of the worst outside corners I've seen in my life, bro. Like, no disrespect to Taylor. I love you, Taylor. I hope you succeed in Tennessee and all. But when you're on the outside, bro, it's basically a free touchdown at the end of the day, bro, especially in the red zone.
This is not just any position. The star in Staley's scheme is a hybrid defensive back who has to blitz, defend the run, cover slot receivers, erase tight ends, and basically be a wrecking ball in the middle of the field.
Sounds like Caleb Downs.
You cannot just plug any defensive back in there and expect results. Kellen Moore said it himself. Replacing the star role is going to be a challenge. What makes it even trickier is the coaching staff has made it clear that experience at the position does not matter nearly as much as demeanor, physicality, and raw versatility. Alontae Taylor only had 44 career college snaps in the slot before dominating that role in New Orleans. So whoever fills this spot does not need a resume. They need an attitude. Internally, Julian Blackmon
Olave is a top 10 receiver
logical
in the NFL, bro. I don't give a damn what y'all say, bro. He's going to be top 7, top 5 next season, too.
Option right now. He played 295 snaps in the slot for the Indianapolis Colts back in 2022 under Gus Bradley. Jonas Sanker also logged meaningful reps in the box in the slot last year. Quincy Riley could potentially move inside, and Kool-Aid McKinstry has the instincts for it, but it's far more valuable staying on the outside.
No, hell no, bro.
But here's where it gets really exciting. There is a prospect in this draft class who some evaluate group alone to generate consistent pressure in 2026 you're setting yourself up for a long season.
The only person I fully trust on that D line is Chase Young, bro. Chase Young, bro. That man Chase Young, his first season with us last year, bro, he was pissing me off because he was being lazy. He was being too lazy. He wasn't trying stuff. But this past season, bro, he actually started trying to put in the work and he actually showed what he can do, bro. And Chase Young ended up being one of the better pass rushers in the league. He had I think the stats said he would have been like top 5 in the league in the sacks if he would have played the full season. But he was still like top 10 in sacks, tackles for loss, QB hits and stuff like that. Bro, Chase Young is a beast, bro. When he stripped Cam Ward against the Titans and he took it back for a touchdown, that was one of the greatest defensive plays I've seen in my life, bro. That shit was insane.
And it needs it now. That is exactly why David Bailey, out of Texas Tech, keeps showing 25.
I'm cool with David Bailey, Ruben Bain, Caleb Downs if he falls to 8, Mansour Delane, Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon. If we get one of those 6, bro, I'm cool with it. We probably are, but if we get one of those 6, I'm happy, bro.
At 14 and a half sacks and 23 tackles for loss, while leading the Red Raiders to one of the most productive defensive seasons in program history. His first step off the line is so explosive that it looks like he is offside on nearly every snap. The one concern is his run defense, which still needs development. But Brandon Staley's 3-4 scheme is built to mask that kind of weakness early in a player's career. Picture David Bailey and Chase Young rushing from opposite sides. That is a nightmare for every quarterback in the NFC South. Now, David Bailey is not the only edge talent on the board. Ruben Bain Jr. is a legitimate first-round option. Deeper names like Cassius Howell, T.J. Parker.
But I feel like we can wait on edge though later in the draft. I feel like in the first we gotta go either Delane, Tate, or Caleb Downs if he's available. I feel like we gotta go one of those 3, and then receiver in the second if we don't pick receiver in the first, and then edge rusher in the third, and then just fill out the rest of the holes and with the other picks in the draft. But I don't know. We'll see when the draft gets here. That's what I'm excited for. But I think the draft is like on the 20th or something, so 2 weeks from now. I can't wait, bro. Oh my god, bro. I can't wait for the draft. It's gonna be insane. Oh my god, bro. I can't wait.
And Kelrick Falk offer value in later rounds. But the real question is whether the Saints pull the trigger on the edge at number 8, or if someone else on the board forces them to make a completely different choice. And trust me, the options waiting at that pick are going to blow your mind. This is the pick that could define the next era of Saints football. At number 8 overall, the board is going to present Kellen Moore with a decision that has no wrong answer, and that is what makes it so fascinating. Caleb Downs out of Ohio State might be the most complete football player in this entire draft class. He was a true freshman starter at Alabama before transferring, and his tape is absolutely ridiculous. Elite athleticism, top shelf instincts, a 20% pressure rate when asked to blitz, and an 11% missed tackle rate. He has been described as an extension of the defensive coordinator on the field. If the Saints draft him, the star role is solved for the next 10 years. But the board might not let that happen so easily.
I doubt Caleb Downs
Mansour
drops.
Delane out of LSU is the best pure cornerback in this class. He allowed just 13 catches on 30.
Like, I like Kool-Aid, I like Quincy Riley, but they're not enough, bro. We need Delane. Delane looks like a beast, bro. Oh my god, bro. If he could stay, I feel like I wanted a corner last year, and I wanted Will Johnson in the second round last year, and then we picked Tyler Shuck, and obviously when we picked Shuck, I was pissed. But as the season went on and like as Shuck started some games and actually showed what he can do, I ended up looking like the biggest idiot of all time because now I'm probably the biggest Tyler Shuck fan of all time in the entire history of the world. So I went from bro's biggest hater to his biggest like supporter and like his biggest fan in the span of 7 months. That's crazy to me. I don't know why I ever hated on Shuck, but I'm never after this Shuck thing, but this Shuck pick taught me to never ever hate on a Saints player or Saints pick ever again. Unless your name is Marcus Will. I'm not gonna lie. Lester Davis, Marcus Williams, Eli Apple. Who else was asked with the Saints? Marcus Davenport, Peyton Turner. Yeah, unless you're any one of those guys, but I'm never hating on the Saints player ever again.
35 targets in 2025 with 0 touchdowns and 0 penalties. Opposing quarterbacks simply refused to test him. You could put him on the outside and move Kool-Aid McKinstry or Quincy Riley inside, or you could slot him directly into the star role with his rare combination of size and coverage ability. Then there is Sonny Styles out of Ohio State, a former safety-turned linebacker with a perfect 10 out of 10 relative athletic score who could be a devastating big nickel.
Bro, don't wonder why he dominated the combine so big as a linebacker.
Is that no matter which direction the Saints go at number 8, the remaining needs can be addressed in rounds 2 and 3. The Saints go at number 8.
Why my nigga running in draws, bro? Y'all couldn't get this man a pair of shorts, bro? Y'all just told him to take his pants off and run?
The remaining needs can be addressed in rounds 2 and 3. Edge rusher in round 1 means you grab a defensive back on day 2. Safety at 8 means you chase a pass rusher or wide receiver next. Every path leads somewhere good. But speaking of wide receivers, the names available for the Saints across this draft are absolutely loaded, and the connections run deeper than most people think. The 2026 wide receiver class is ridiculously deep, and the Saints are sitting in the perfect position to grab a game changer. Chris Bell out of Louisville is the name that keeps circulating in New Orleans draft circles for one very specific reason.
Get Chris Bell in the later rounds.
He and Tyler Shuck were teammates at Louisville, and according to Bell himself, Shuck has been actively pushing the Saints to draft him. Bell stands 6'2", 222 pounds, with a career contested catch rate
220. I did not know he was that big, bro. I didn't know he was that big. I knew he was a bigger dude. I know he was 6'2", 220, bro. Oh yeah. Y'all better pick this man in the second, third round if he's there. That would be nice as hell, bro. Cause I want a receiver, but I feel like at 8 we don't need to go receiver at 8. So I feel like Chris Bell in the second maybe. That's what I've been seeing a lot of Saints fans saying. Like either goes Bailey or Delane at 8 and then Bell in the second.
5.9%. He was likely a first-round talent before tearing his ACL late in the season, but every report on his recovery has been extremely positive. He could realistically be available at pick 42. If the Saints want pure speed to replace what Rashid Shaheed brought, Zachariah Branch out of Georgia is the answer.
Zachariah Branch, bro. I'm a USC fan, bro, so I know a lot about Zachariah Branch before he transferred to Georgia. I like Zachariah Branch, bro, but like when he was at SC, bro, he could not run a route at all. He couldn't catch the ball. He was strictly a jet sweep, RPO, flat route kind of guy, and then a kick returner. I didn't really watch him much at Georgia, so I don't know if he improved as a route runner and as a pass catcher and stuff like that. But all I know is that he was just a gadget speed guy, and you put him at return man.
Then there is the sleeper who is quietly climbing boards. Dejon Stribling out of Ole Miss.
I ain't never heard of this dude, bro.
207-pound extra with 4.36 speed, who caught 55 receptions for 811 yards and 6 touchdowns. His drop rate was just 1.8%, and his run blocking is some of the best in the entire class. Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon, and Jordan Tyson are first-round options if the Saints swing early. Malachi Fields out of Notre Dame at 6'4" gives Michael Pittman vibes with strong hands and contested catch ability. Elijah Sarrett out of Indiana wins when the ball is in the air regardless of coverage. The receiver cupboard is overflowing, but the wide receivers are only part of the equation. Because what is available,
but Stutzman's going to be one of the better linebackers in the league next year too,
might be the real draft-winning territory. Rounds 2 and 3 are where the Saints could quietly steal the entire 2026 draft. At pick 42 and 73, the talent available at defensive back alone is enough to completely reshape this roster. Trayden Stukes out of Arizona is one of the hottest names in the scouting community right now. Ran a 4.33 40-yard dash at the Combine. He spent the last 3 years as a nickel corner for the Wildcats with 0 flags over the past 2 seasons. His instincts are elite. His tape is full of splash plays. And he is exactly the kind of high-character, high-ceiling player that Kellen Moore gravitates toward. If the Saints go edge or receiver at number 8...
Bro, why'd you have to show that clip, bro? Bro, come on, bro. That had nothing to do with the video, bro. That's just some BS. That pissed me. I take back all the BS I said about you, bro. You know what I said, bro? Don't check this dude out. Just for that, bro. Just for that. Do not check out this dude's channel. Do not sub to him. Don't do anything. Just because of that BS he's going. How the hell you gonna be talking up the Saints? Saying, oh yeah, we're gonna be back. We're gonna be all this and that. We're gonna shock the NFL next season. They're a good team. And then show the worst play in Saints history, bro. I genuinely can never escape seeing that clip, bro. Every time I see that clip, it pisses me off and makes me sad because, bro, I swear on everything I love, we're winning the Super Bowl that year easily. We're beating the dog piss out the Patriots that year, bro. We are putting up way more than 3 points than the booty-ass Rams did, and I guarantee we're dominating the Patriots. We're winning by at least 10 points, bro. Breeze would have had his second ring. He would have beaten Manning and Brady in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, that shit just pissed me. Bro, if you think about it, bro, Drew Brees is honestly the unlucky Tom Brady. Like, Tom Brady is Drew Brees if Drew Brees was lucky as hell. Because, let's be for real, bro. Tom Brady has never had some BS like that happen to him. He's never had some BS like the Minneapolis Miracle happen to him. He's never had some BS like the Niners game in 2011 happened to him. But you know what he did get? You know what he did benefit from? That man benefited from the Tuck rule BS. If that was Breeze, bro, they're calling that a fumble every single time. He benefited from that. He benefited from the Rams getting to the Super Bowl over the Saints because the Saints would have beat the hell out of him that year. Like,
Stokes could walk in and compete for the star role immediately. D'Angelo Pons, out of Indiana, is another name worth watching.
I like D'Angelo Pons, but, bro, if he was a little bit taller, bro, he'd be easily the number one corner.
He is an outside corner by trade, but plays with a scrappy, physical edge that screams star role potential. His footwork is advanced, his competitive mindset is off the charts, and he has the kind of mentality that translates from day one. Colton Hood, out of Tennessee, brings impressive length, coverage IQ, and closing speed that makes quarterbacks think twice before throwing his direction. Keontae Scott has deep experience in the slot. Dylan Thieneman, out of Oregon, and Chris Johnson, out of San Diego State, round out the options. The real message here is flexibility. If Caleb Downs or Mansour Delane falls to 8, you take them and chase an edge or receiver on day 2. If David Bailey or a wide receiver is the pick in round 1, Traden Stokes or D'Angelo Pons can solve the defensive back need on day 2. Every combination works, but the value does not stop on day 2. The later rounds have some names that could turn into serious contributors, and one position battle in particular might catch everyone off guard. Day 3 is where championship rosters are built, and the Saints have picks at 132, 136, 150, 172, and 190 to find contributors who fit the culture Kellen Moore is creating. Jalen Farmer out of Kentucky is a right guard with over 1,600 career snaps.
Bro, please pick a guard, bro. Please pick a right guard and get Cesar Ruiz off the fucking squad, bro. Cesar Ruiz is awful, bro. He's been here for way too long. Like, you served your purpose 7 years ago when but your time has come. If you served your course, you need to get the hell up out the team, bro. Deadass.
And eventually take over that spot.
Bro.
Emil Wagner, out of Notre Dame, is a 2-year starting right tackle and 2025 team captain who brings elite character and leadership to the locker room. Tim Keenan, the third out of Alabama, is a nose tackle and run stuffer who adds depth on the interior. Jonah Coleman, out of Washington, is a 5'8", 220-pound bowling ball running back who scored 15 touchdowns in 2025 and already had a top 30 visit with the Saints. Now here's the position battle nobody saw coming. The Saints met with Drew Stevens out of Iowa after his pro day, taking him to lunch and showing real interest. Stevens is rated as one of the top 3 kickers in this draft class.
Oh, yes.
He's already met with about 8 different teams.
I don't get why we can't get kicker right, bro. After we got rid of Big Nuts Lutz, bro, we had trash-ass Blake Group 6. And then we picked up Charlie Smith, who was actually looking promising, but then he started to piss me off and miss hella kicks, too. Like, Smith was trash, too. No disrespect. Group 6 was the worst. And then we had some other kickers before that were ass, too.
Charlie Smith converted 12 of 16 field goals last season and hit multiple kicks from beyond 50 yards. But bringing in competition only makes the roster stronger. Whether Stevens comes as a 6th-round pick at 190 or as an undrafted free agent, this kicker battle could be one of the most interesting camp storylines in New Orleans. The blueprint is clear. 8 picks, 3 major needs, and a board loaded with talent at every position the Saints care about. Kellen Moore proved last year that he can identify and develop high-character players. The 2025 draft was award-winning. The 2026 class has every ingredient to be even better. April 23rd in Pittsburgh, the Saints are on the clock,
23rd. I thought it was
and this
25th.
roster is about to take a massive leap forward.
It is. That was a great video from Fanatic Field. I was joking around. Obviously, what I said, I take all that shit back. Now he's a great creator. If you like the Bears and stuff like that, he got Bears content right here. If you like any other team, he's probably got it too. But watch out for us next season in the draft, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm gonna keep saying the same shit, bro. Everyone calls me delusional for it. I don't give a damn. They can say whatever they want, but I'm gonna keep saying whatever I want to, and I'm gonna be right at the end of the day. So make sure y'all. Yeah, check out Fanatic Field, like I said. Make sure y'all check out me on TikTok, on YouTube, and all that other stuff. But always remember, hard work pays off, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.